Of this event. Most important is the fact that this unusual and remarkable school exists, that funds are freely given to support its students and faculty, and that the special chosen students who benefit the effort to engage in pre-professional training in the arts, college preparatory academic studies, and the challenge of positive personal growth.
In the fact that ISOMATA has trusted me to make a speech with a microphone, because my old school never would have trusted me with a microphone ever. Wait for laughter. Then give devilish grin, okay. Orders. I was sitting in my room with my roommate Dylan, trying to think of an idea for this speech, and truthfully I was thinking of abandoning the whole given theme and talking about happy times or rutabaga migration or something, when all at once it hit me. There have been so many borders that we as artists have had to break through and will have to break through in our lives, so I thought I'd just mention a few of them. The first border of the school year was getting accustomed to your roommate's smell. Not that one. Because everyone has their own distinct smell, as I'm sure you've all noticed, and you have to learn to make your smells coexist. Otherwise, the windows of your dorm room is always open, and in wintertime it gets cold up here. Another would be staying focused. As artists, we have to find a delicate balance of focus and impulsive creativity to be the driving force behind our art. Without it, we are nothing. With it, we are the conquistadors of a world far more brilliant than any world that can be created in some sort of cyberspace. There are two seniors who lost their focus for a second, and because of it cannot be here tonight. But because of that second of blindness, both of them have become focused once more and crossed over that border again. And that is what you have to do if you lose your focus. You just have to cross right over it once more. Zachary Braun and Alex Schramer, I love you both. How do you write a research paper, open a show, close a show, revise your paper, finish your biolab write-up, write a new paper because you realize you did the wrong assignment, read In Our Times and Moby Dick, have your hard drive crash, write your paper again, this time with the proper margins, have time to help your friend who's coping with the death of the family hamster, and still have time to make it to your first class on Monday? I don't know, Mark, my alarm really didn't go off. How do you balance your personal anxieties versus getting your work done? It takes stamina. To achieve your goals, sometimes it is necessary just to leave your garbage at the door and tackle the next goal without the hindrance of past failures and problems. Throughout our lives, we must always remember that there is a time for worrying and panicking, but more often than not, there's a time to forget the past and move on. The past will always be behind you. If future will always be ahead of you. Now is the time that matters, but it takes stamina. These next three borders coincide each other. How to make the Pepsi machine take your dollar. How to make the drink not stall inside the machine. And how to tilt the machine back, get your Pepsi, and put the machine back before all the dorm parents wake up and find out what you're doing. Otherwise, they take away your Pepsi and your Saturday night midnight movie. Get out of your head. As theater majors, we heard this constantly. Get out of your head. How can we succeed in accomplishing our goals if we're always thinking of what will happen while we do it? Get out of your head. A woman that I have much respect for used to yell at me, screw it and do it. Words to live by. Get out of your head. Washing your clothes. Something always disappears when you wash your clothes. If it's not a sock, it's your favorite pair of blue jeans. By the way, I never got those back. And if anyone sees a returning student next year wearing jeans that would only fit somebody who's 6'3", hunt them down and kill them. If one thing from the speech is remembered, I want it to be this. In your life, there will always be borders being set up to keep you back and hold you down. Find a way around them. When I was growing up in Marietta, I could never climb fences. One day, my friend Dana Grau and I were walking through this creek that was on this one man's property. And so we snuck on the property and decided to play in his hammock. And the man came out and let his Doberman pinscher at us. Dana quickly jumped over the fence and yelled at me to follow. I can't was my only reply. Then Dana said something that seemed stupid at the time, but now it seems like absolute truth. He said, it's a matter of life and death. It is. Getting past these borders is a matter of life and death. What good is life to an artist, to anyone, if the sky is actually the limit? So the trick is to reach beyond the sky and grab yourself a little bit of stardust. You'll never know when it'll come in handy. By the way, I did get over the fence, but the man chased us down in his truck and told us he was going to tell our parents. He took our phone numbers and everything, but he never called. My mom and dad just found out just now. In conclusion, I also would like to thank everyone who has helped me along the way, which is pretty much everyone I have ever met in my life. But most importantly, my parents and my grandparents and all my friends. Thank you very much, class of 95.
This is a special privilege for me. I'm honored to recognize 10 exceptional students who were willing guinea pigs in our experiment called the Prefect Program. They are voted by both the faculty and their peers as students who continually demonstrate these outstanding qualities: leadership, honesty, dependability, fairness, and conduct. They have gained our respect and appreciation for all the great work they have done this year in both the dormitories and the community. They have proven to all of us that they can take on extra responsibility and power, yet still flourish in their music and arts. I commend and congratulate them for a job well done and wish them the best in the leadership roles I'm sure they will take on in the future. So without further ado, will the prefects of 1994 and 1995 please come so the whole community can applaud you for the success you have achieved in this new program. Natalie Blair, Nicole Garcia, Whitney Gibson, Vanessa Herbst Hayes, Phil Cammey, Young Soo Kim, Bree Lewis, Mie Nohara, Sophia Shin, and Jordan Townsend-Merino. Please come in.
This year's Humanities Award winner, Zazie Garcia.
For other teachers, various classes. She has taken on heroic roles here at ISOMATA, and she took on a heroic role in pre-calculus. It's a great pleasure to present the Mathematics Award to Marin Irene.
I stand here tonight representing myself and the theater arts faculty to recognize one outstanding student in our department. Each year I marvel at the marvelous talented students in our theater arts department, both in acting, in design, and technical theater. We salute all of our students and a very productive year. This year when the theater faculty met to choose the recipient of the award for outstanding achievement, we simultaneously and unanimously spoke one name. The recognition goes to a young lady with boundless energy, tenacity, vitality, integrity, reliability, and talent. I remember clearly her audition for ISOMATA. When it was finished, Matt and I sat and looked at each other in silence. We were unable to articulate our feelings. Wow. She had fire and intensity, poise and maturity, a volcanic talent, determination, and a strong will. There was no doubt she was ISOMATA material. When we finally spoke to each other, we said, she's going to be a handful. And she was. So as soon as she arrived, we started whacking her. Casting her in one of the most difficult roles written for an actress, she worked so hard she wound herself up into a tight knot. We said, relax. I said, relax. In stage movement, Matt said, relax. Anne said, relax, dear. Everyone said relax, but she did not. Instead, she drove herself hard, working to understand what we were asking of her in her classes and in the role. And especially, she worked hard at relaxing. We said, you cannot try to relax. But she kept on trying. Then one day in rehearsal, the volcano erupted. She relaxed. What began to emerge and continued to grow and develop was a flexible, creative artist, an actress. Through her 2-year tenure at ISOMATA, she has played extremely difficult roles, from the Dowager Aunt in Ernest, the rough and gruff prostitute in Hot L, to the soft and kooky Penny in You Can't Take It With You. She has demonstrated a disciplined working process, versatility, creativity, and excellence in process and product. As testimony to her maturity and artistic gifts, she was accepted into one of the most challenging and prestigious programs in this country in theater. Run by Alan Russ, a man I have known and respected for over 25 years, the University of Wisconsin selects a class of 20 people from the ages of 17 to 45, graduate and undergraduate students alike. They do this every 3 years, so the next class will be selected in 1998. At the close of her audition, Alan told me that it was one of the best in the country and that he knew she would excel in his program. We view the Outstanding Achievement Award with the following criteria: talent, leadership, integrity, and excellence above all others. Coupled with all these attributes, we predict that this person will make it in the profession. Natalie Blair is the epitome.
Are you zooming in on her?
Know that the school also gives out $1.3 million in donations to support financial aid and scholarships for needy and talented students at the Arts Academy. As a representative of this dedicated group of individuals, I welcome you.
Excuse any possible misinterpretations that might arise throughout the course of this discourse. I accept all blame for them. Mea culpa. I would like to share with you my emotional condition at the present moment, even though what I feel is a mixture of so many different and opposite feelings that I probably would not be able to describe it with perfect accuracy. The overwhelming feeling, or at least as far as I can conceive it as such, is one of extreme exhilaration and enthusiasm for my future. Even though it is hard to believe that there's another slightly different sensation flowing through my nerves. Over the last several weeks, I've been pondering a lot about what this place means to me and what effect it has exerted on my development as a person. Throughout the course of this period, and as today's occasion grew closer and closer, I slowly realized what a deep imprint ISOMATA had left on my soul. I realized that the years spent here had been one of the happiest times in my life.
David Umjo Chang. Youngsu Kim. Scott Lee.
Dance cap's still on.
All my friends are leaving, God knows where. Now Emma kept looking for Nick and Ryan during the thing. Where are they? Where are they?
She was behind her boyfriend.
I wonder how it happened. Josh, that me and Nick had said. For some reason, Chris can't explain. No. You got your diploma? I'm done. Maybe I'm doing it. Still a check. Okay. I are. Oh. You have to bring it. I said you're cute kid. You like it. Don't act like you don't like it.
I don't like 8th graders.
Too many things at once. No, I'm not sure.
Hey, Wayne. Oh, that's how she ordered it. Oh, that's... Isn't that bizarre? That's what I'm like, maybe. And then she goes, it'll make you raise it.